I'm Joe. I'm the nursery manager here at Blueville Nursery. Been here for a little over, or just about 6 years. I'm going to show you how we dig trees today. The first thing we need to talk about is we have these wire baskets. These wire baskets, these are what holds the tree together, holds all the dirt together, it holds the whole package together. We like the welded bottoms. We think they're stronger, and also this is an optimal style basket. There are also Dutchman style baskets, which are a little narrower, and they're also longer. They have flat bottoms. Some nurseries prefer them. We like these better because you capture more of the root material, because most of your roots are in that top 18 inches of soil. So we prefer these. We feel it captures more of the roots and reduces weight in case you were shipping them. This is our burlap. It's just cut burlap sewn together. It makes a nice little pocket for the tree. We like our 10 weight burlap. It's a little thicker than what some people get. And you will see green burlap around. That's treated. We don't really like the treated. We think the treated sticks around too long in the soil. So when we plant the trees, the burlap will stay on, and it'll rot away, giving the tree room to grow. And we find that the treated burlap just sticks around a little too long. We also have these pinning nails. Come on up here, I'll show you these pinning nails. These are just small nails. This is what we use to hold the burlap together as we pin it up. We'll show you how to do that here in a second. And then we have this 3-ply sisal twine. This is treated. We think the treated twine lasts about as long as the burlap does, which is about 18 months. That's about as long as we like to hold trees. Anything longer than that, and you start seeing a little stress on the tree. It's not growing. It just needs a lot more nutrients than what we can offer it. And that's kind of all the equipment we have. We have a shovel coming out, and we'll go over and we'll look at the spade now. I'll explain the spade a little bit. So we just got a new loader. This is our new loader, and this is our spade. This is our medium spade. So it'll dig up to a 32-inch size ball, and we're going to be digging at 28 today. So we have a small spade that will dig up to 24 inches, our medium spade here, which will dig up to 32, and our large spade, which will dig up to 40-inch balls. So basically how it works is you'll see it in action, but there's a lock here in the front. It unlocks. This lock will unlock here. These arms will open. We'll go around the tree. We'll close it, and then these spades will go down, and we'll dig the tree. Then we come and set it in the basket, and that is how we dig trees. We'll show you here in just a sec. So we just got the tree lined up. Charlie over here helped me out. He's been here for a couple years. But the way we do it is we have these bolts on the sides and a bolt on the front, and we just kind of cross line this up. And once we get the tree right in the middle, we prep for that, and then we get the tree lined up right here. And we prep for that. And since we're digging it with a 28-inch basket, we make sure that the bottom of the spade is up a little bit from the ground. That way we can reduce the size. And now we're just going to dig it, and you'll see the spades go down, and we'll drop it in a basket and show you how to pin and tie. first thing we need to do is we're going to shave off this top layer of soil. So I'm going to come around, I'm going to very gently just scoop this off the top until I start encountering roots, like right here. Right there's right where we're getting those, you know, that top layer roots, and we don't want to take too many of those off, but we want to get all this loose dirt off so that we can, when it gets planted at the job, it won't be planted too deep. It'll have plenty of room for mulch on top and stuff like that. So I'm going to just continue clean this off. Once I'm satisfied with it, I got to be very gentle right around the trunk of the tree. I don't hit the trunk of the tree. I don't want to damage it. Don't want to cause any damage to the vascular system of the tree. And we're looking for, you know, not only these roots, but on deciduous trees we look for the root flare. You all know what a root flare is, I'm sure. So once I got this about where I'm satisfied, which I am right now, I'm going to just put a small chamfer around this edge, make tying up and everything easy. Any extraneous roots that are here, I'm going to cut off, but it looks like we're pretty good. Alright, so that's that. Now I just got to fluff this off, all this excess dirt. Alright, now I just need to pull the slack out. I'm going to cut this root off right here. That's just so it won't poke through the burlap, cause any, we don't want it. So now I'm just pulling some slack out. When we put these in the ground, like in these baskets, you can't perfectly get all the slack out. So we just do a little pull, try to get the last little bits of it out that we can. Okay, so now we don't have any slack left in our basket or in our burlap. Now it's time to start pinning. Alright, why don't you come up close for this? Alright. So I got a little extra dirt here. I'm just going to knock some of that off. That's fine. Alright. So we do a few different folds when we pin. Charlie's going to help me out on this one. So first thing we do is we take this point of the burlap and we take it almost to the middle of the ball as a whole. I mean, ideally it should be, the trees should be in the middle, but it's not always perfectly there. But today we were pretty dang close. So we're going to fold that up and over like that. Make sure everything's nice and tight. So it looks like we have a little extra room to play with, so I'm going to make a quick fold there. And now this is where the pinning nails come in. Coming way close for this. Alright, so when I pin, I get real tight there. I pull as much slack as I can there. I'm going to poke down through all the layers of burlap, and then I'm going to come back up through. The reason I come back up through is because when you come back up through, you lock it in place. So you can pull on that as much as you want, and it's not going anywhere. I will show you the wrong way that you do it, and that is to not come back through. So similar thing, I'm just going to go through, and then I'm just going to go down, and I'm not going to come through. See, when I pull that, it comes right out. You're pinning it like a diaper. So people don't use cloth diapers too much anymore, but that's how we pin it. So there's this side done. So this is their first fold. A lot of times we call this pinning the collars or something like that. But we get the first fold done, and then we'll do, I'll show you the next fold. I'm gonna work on that other side, Charlie. Okay, so I'm gonna get a few nails out, ready to go. And so I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna fold this up and over. I don't want to see any exposed seams, anywhere where they sewed. It just doesn't look as pretty. And people like it all to look pretty. So I like to start in the middle, so I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to grab that burlap, I'm going to come back through. Once again, see, it's not going anywhere. Now I'm going to go to this corner, do a similar thing there. And as long as I'm catching this top layer of burlap, it's locked into place. Now I have this one. Alright, there's that. Now for this last little bit, I'm just going to fold this up, make it look nice. So the burlap holds all the dirt against the roots. The the wire basket holds the burlap against the roots so it doesn't fall out. And then we're going to tie it up. And so we want to make sure everything's tight so we don't lose dirt off the roots, so the roots can keep water on them. So I'm going to quickly finish this up. And there's that. I'm done over here. And now these little dog ears that we have are going to be how we tie it. So these right here, we're going to fold those up as soon as I get this in. There we go. There we go. Alright, you can cut it now. Tie up the tree. So this is going to keep the wire basket attached to the tree itself, so we don't lose anything on that. And Charlie and I both do this a slightly different way. I like to do it this way. He likes it his way. Not too different though. So I'm just going to swing this around like this. Get a little tension on that. Pull it on through. I'm always going under these ears. I'm never going over. It's just, it'll screw up the way you tension. And so we want to keep this taut. And if you come in close, you'll see that we have a nice little piece of burlap over here. And that's not always going to be there, but that burlap helps protect the trunk of the tree from the twine. But you may do a little slight bit of damage, but this twine's soft enough that it's not going to do a ton of damage. But any damage that you do is necessary. Like, you will not be able to keep this tree intact if you aren't able to tie it in. So it's a little tiny bit of damage that we're doing to protect a lot of damage. So I'm just going to keep going around and make a nice little star pattern on here. Just going up and around and getting tension, keeping tension on my line at all times. I'm just going to finish off with a little knot over here. I don't have quite enough clearance, so I'm going to push a little dirt down, feed my twine through, keeping tension on the line the whole time. And I'm just going to do a quick overhand knot, pull it down, and then lock it into place with a couple of these. Alright, and that's a tree tied up. We'll crimp it here next. We'll show you how to do that, and then that'll be it for the tree. Charlie's gonna knock the tree over. We're both gonna knock the tree over. Yeah. We normally do this with the deciduous tree, but with all the stuff going on, we got a little behind on that, and weren't able to shoot a video for you there. But this is all the same for deciduous tree and a tailor, which is, you know, obviously not deciduous. But so anyway, I'm going to start here, down here. I'm going to crimp. I'm just going to turn in the same direction. And once again, getting enough tension to keep everything taut, but not super duper tight. So we pull that, and we're just going to go around and crimp all the way around the bottom first. And that's to pull everything down tight. Want everything to be tight. Okay. Now I got everything tight that way. Now I'm going to tighten everything up across. I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to tighten this way. Once again, I'm spinning the same direction every time. I'm skipping the ones that have the ears on them, because those ears, if you crimp on those, it messes things up. It makes things look really weird. And once again, we're trying to sell these trees to customers mostly, and if a customer walks in, you'd think they'd look at the top of the tree first, but a lot of times the first thing they see is the ball, so we want to make sure that looks as good as we can. As good as we can make it, so. This side. And you can see everything's getting nice and taut. And once again, we're doing all this to hold dirt against the roots. Alright, so I got everything I can get here. We're going to flip it over the other direction and finish it up real quick. Charlie doesn't hit me in the face too much. Alright, so I just have this last one here. and tighten it down like that. And there we go. Alright, so just a few other things. In general, when we dig trees, we like to get about 8 to 10 inches of ball size per caliper inch. So if you have like a 24-inch ball, you know, you want, or if you have a 2-inch tree, you're looking at like a 20 to 24-inch ball. So these are a little different because they're evergreens, and we size those mostly by height. And the only thing we do different from deciduous and these tailors, as opposed to spruce trees, is you can see we have some tied up over here. So on these we have to tie these up so we can get our spade around them so we don't damage the branches when we're closing the spade around it. But that's about the only difference in digging them, and they're just a little more difficult, so it takes a little more time. We have to come out and tie them all up before we can come out and dig them. So those are the main differences between the two. And if you have any questions, I think Kathy and I will try to arrange a time that I can be available to maybe answer some of them live if you email them in to me, or we'll figure that out later though. So thank you guys very much. I wish you guys could have come out here, but once this is all over, you guys can come out and visit us, and we'll show you around. Sound good? All right, cool. Thanks, guys.